Tears of the Kingdom added so much to Breath of the Wild. Sky Islands, depths, Ultra Hand, a bunch of bosses, but most importantly, Pizza. A brand new, very powerful addition to Link's gear, and the only way that you can re-heal health in the game. So, what if we tried beating the game without Pizza? Let's get into it. We fight off some text boxes and that's fairly easy, but that's because they barely have any health. So our first tough enemy is these 3 keys. I have to be super careful here, because without Pizza, I have no way of healing back the health that I lose. So, I be very careful and then flurry rush this first bat, but accidentally miss and hit the other 2. And that makes it clear. This bat is a king bat. The other 2 were just peasant bats. So I have to be very careful around this one. I even take a couple swings at him, but all of them miss. It's seeming like he might be impossible to kill. I even tried a charge attack. Now this is getting ridiculous, but I finally get a flurry rush on him, and I am able to get enough hits in to destroy him. That was a close call, but it doesn't even compare to what's to come. We speed on through most of the rest of this chapter until we meet this. It's Pizza Hallway. We can't touch the ground here because then we'd have touched Pizza. So instead we have to climb on the ceiling all the way through. And that's chapter 1 done without Pizza. So let's move on to chapter 3. Now this is gonna be a problem. As most of you know, the usual way you'd break through this wall is by using Pizza. And obviously, we can't do that. So how else are we meant to get out of here? This wall clearly blocks the way. Well, we'll have to dip our toes into some glitches. Mainly one called Zingling. It's where if you go into the right corner at the right spot and put Link's heel pixel perfectly into the wall and then jump a couple times, it'll make you slap straight through the wall at supersonic speeds. Landing us directly on this edge so that we can finally start the Great Sky Island. And then we run into the next boss fight of this run, right after the keys. This guy. You may be thinking, it's easy, just grab one of the sticks around you. But you'd be an idiot, because these are pizza trees, which means we can't use those sticks. But luckily, right next to the pizza trees are also some apples, and as we all know, robots are allergic to apples, so I'm able to kill him very easily. A lot of the Great Sky Island is super easy, except for climbing around anything that might be considered pizza, until we run into this. The only way we can enter this shrine is by interacting with a pizza. So, I'm gonna need to figure this one out. My first thought was to just look at it for a while, but after looking at it for a long time, nothing seemed to happen. So I got a little bit closer to examine it, and once I did, it just opened right up, allowing us into the shrine. Inside the shrine, Rauru gives us Pizza Hand, which usually is a very valuable resource to Link, but it has pizza in the name, so we can't use it. But without it, we can't move stuff around, so these are going to be a bit tough. We can jump across the first gap, but the second gap is way bigger, and usually you'd have to build a big bridge across it. Obviously, we can't do that, so we'll have to call back our old friend Zingling. We hop in this corner down here, and we're able to do it and teleport right up here. It's perfect. and the rest of the shrine is super easy. Most of the rest of the Skyland is super easy. There's rarely ever a situation where the game even wants you to use Pizza Hand or pizza at all. And then we finally get near the very end of the Sky Island, but Rauru forces us to use the pizza pad, making the entire run invalid. So this challenge run is impossible.